Hi, family. It is African Osar back at you. I am here with you with another video. This time, the subject of this video is threats that may or may not be being made against Black Americans or Black people in America uh, upon the results of either Trump losing the election coming up this November or possibly even not. Okay. So, family, yes, there has been, and I've seen a few videos on TikTok and I believe on X. I've seen some people making those kind of statements, but I refuse to put those negative um, images or conversations, uh, on my channel. I'm not going to do it. I won't bring any light to that because it doesn't make any sense. So, but I am going to read something to you, an article, a news article, family that I ran across, okay, on this subject matter. So let me show you this picture first. I'm going to turn it that way so we can see. Well, maybe it's not going to go that way. Well, I'll just have to do this. If we can all see this. So we remember what this was, right? Okay. This was January 6th, okay? Okay. And this is by the New Jersey Monitor family. It says a growing threat of political violence looms over the 2024 um, election. Okay. Former members of Congress are warning the government. Okay. Former members of Congress are deeply concerned about political violence ahead of the 2024 presidential election. Okay. Former Senator Doug Jones of Alabama and former Representative Barbara Comstock of Virginia said at a Thursday joint appearance sponsored by the Liberal Center for American Progress and the nonpartisan McCain Institute. Now, I just want to bring to highlight, family, that these people are already aware of these threats. Here it is, August, okay? And these threats have been coming since 2023. So here it is now, August, and we're going to ask ourselves, what are they doing in reference to getting prepared for this violence, okay? As they were not prepared on January 6th. Jones, a moderate Democrat who lost re-election in 2020, and Comstock, a moderate Republican who was defeated in 2018, said increased acceptance of political violence is seen across the political spectrum, but they laid much of the blame on the former Donald Trump supporters. Okay, it says. Uh, A Washington-based independent research organization found that 23% of respondents believe that because things have gotten so far off track, true American patriots may have to resort to violence in order to save our country. Okay, so now they want to resort to violence to save their country, make America right, and save their country. So these are the things that they're saying that they want to do, family. Okay. So it says that representative that represented an increase from 15% in 2023. Okay, so as the time is going up nearer to the election in this year in November, more very hard right wing people are saying that we need to resort to violence. They need to resort to violence. So it says Comstock noted that anti Semitism on Summerlee College campuses also represented a disturbing trend, and Jones described a growing acceptance of violence across the board. The country seems to be splitting down the middle politically, with each side believing the other is a threat to democracy, Jones said. They're willing to accept some violence to protect democracy, he said, trying to bridge that between those two camps would take up arms against each other for vastly different reasons, but all in the name of saving democracy really is, I think, a road to disaster potentially. So they're trying to say that both sides are saying this. However, I've not heard any uh, Democrat people say that they're ready to hurt or kill or anyone. I'm not a Democrat and I am not a Republican, so I don't have a dog in that fight. But just know I'm just reporting on what's being said. So, family, more overly than just this, I want to address some of the videos that I saw, and you can find them yourself on TikTok or on X. But some of the videos I saw, and some of the commentary that I saw, stating that there would be violence directly against Black Americans if Trump lost. So, family, that's what I want to address. I am going to say this: I advocate for self perseverance and self protection. And that means by any means necessary, protect yourself at all costs, above all measures. Okay, that's what that means. And each of us can, you know, take it how we want to take it. But what I'm saying this is this to you, family. As we see the occurrences that are going on, I did a video about the UK and the violence that has erupted against Black people in the UK. So I'm saying this now, and I'm saying sound the alarm, Black Americans, because know that they are directly um, associating Trump's loss with your vote, so that you vote Democrat or whatever, okay, or don't vote at all. Family, I say this: vote for whoever you want to, because that is your right. That is your right, and that is your right within this country as a citizen. You have that right to do that. However, I'm going to say also prepare for the worst. Whatever that may be, family, prepare for the worst. We should be stocking up on water, on food, have some kind of, maybe battery operated lights in case the lights go out. And we should have our Second Amendment right, right intact with us in our homes, ready for whatever. As we see, they were very slow to react on January 6th. As we see, they are very slow to react in the UK. As we know, they have been very slow to react in the US when there have been mass towns of people that were murdered, lynched, burned, and put underwater. So we know already that possibly there will be no help coming to help you. Okay. I just had someone tell me maybe about a month or so ago, their grandmother was got really ill and was uh, dying. They thought, and they called the ambulance and the police, and no one ever showed up, and they ended up having to drive their grandmother themselves to the hospital emergency room, and unfortunately, their grandmother passed away. So, family, we have to know that these things are going to happen, and that there may not be anyone coming to help. So, with that being said, we must protect ourselves. We're not going out there trying to hurt anybody. We're not going out there looking for any trouble. We're not going out there to cause trouble over an election, but we will remain in our homes and protect ourselves. I would say, um, you know, family, we just got to move in a certain way in this country because we know how things operate here. And I would say just get prepared. I would say get prepared. Immigrants, black immigrants, Hispanic immigrants, I would say get prepared and stick together. Uh, Everyone should stick together. You know, if there's a few white nationalists want to come out and cause an issue, well, then those will have to be dealt with, by the men of the community, and any others will be dealt with by others in the community. But I would say, family, we should be very careful, very meticulous, and of how we're moving, and very strategic. Now's not the time to be running out in the streets, hanging out in the streets, and drinking. And family, we don't have time for these things. We have to really be serious because right now it is evident that this is we're at war. We are at war. It's just bottom line. And at war, you have to protect yourselves, you know? So let me see. Does it really relate anything else further? Um, so it says that some leaders who use passionate rhetoric don't necessarily mean to inspire violence. Oh, please. But others do so intentionally, he added, making an indirect but unmistakable reference to Trump. Recently, I saw a one of the senators, one of the Republican senators. I can't think of his name. Good gosh, I wish I could remember. But he made a comment during a meeting in Congress and said that we're just going to have to take democracy, and that means we're going to have to do whatever we need to do beyond and above violence, something to that manner. Now, I didn't say verbatim what he said, but it was something to the matter of, uh, conducting violence on people to keep democracy. And how irresponsible is that for a senator who is an active senator sitting in the Senate, or an active congressman, a representative sitting in Congress, to say we should take violent actions in order to ensure that democracy is kept? How irresponsible is that? And then to come back and say, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry, you should be arrested. You should be arrested because what you are doing is inciting violence and riots and everything. It's ridiculous, family, the things that they can do and get away with. The things that you and I could never do and get away with. We have to be very careful of what we're saying. Like right now, what I'm saying on my video, I have to be very careful about what I'm saying. I can't call riots, to violence. I could get in a lot of trouble. Why don't they? Why are they allowed to do things like that and incite, just as Trump did on January 6th? Why are they allowed to do that? It's ridiculous. It's because this is what they want, family. It's what they want. So it says that they are looking, at the different social medias and how they are going to address the concern of the threats that are being made. Uh, but yet, right now, these are still being made. These threats are still being made. People's lives are being threatened, and I'm not sure of any action that is being taken behind the scenes to address these threats. So, as one that does not see, um, even if you do see your government taking strides to address these threats, I would still say, family, get ready and get prepared. Get prepared because there is going to come um, there may become an issue that will need to be addressed. And as far as our safety, we may need to maintain our safety individually and for our families and loved ones. So that's what I'm going to say. Family, I just want to, take this time to let you guys know what I was hearing, what I was seeing, and it's very alarming, and even to the point of some of the politician and political forces that are involved in these kinds of things. It's disgusting. It's very disgusting, family, and we have to take it as is, take it at face value. So I will say, family, just prepare. And as I said, do all you can to remain safe by any means necessary, family. By any means necessary. Stay up.